So he shares a picture of a newborn, and it's this fucking. It's like the picture says, "This baby meet in a terrible car accident, and he's now fighting to stay alive." Final topic, E.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Man, what a time.
Well, we're going to talk about something that we don't talk a whole lot about here on Player 2 Gaming.
Versus me and mine. What are you saying? What's going on?
We're going to talk about something we don't talk a whole lot about here on Player 2 Gaming because we don't really own it. The Xbox One. Now, you know, I love Xbox. I do. I don't own one for my own financial reasons now at this point. But I loved the original Xbox. That was actually my console of choice in 6th gen, and I loved the 360. That was my console of choice in the 7th gen. And we're approaching the holiday season, and despite what you think, you know, about the consoles and stuff, which we'll get into in a little bit, the objective truth is that Xbox has a lot of exclusives coming out this holiday or that have already come out, and PlayStation has none, literally none. They had the Nathan Drake collection, which is a remaster, and that's it. Everything is third party. Whereas Xbox had a Forza 6, the Gears remaster, Halo, which just came out last week, and Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is coming out the same day as Fallout.
Isn't Rise of the Tomb Raider, though, for also going to come into PS4?
It's coming next year. It's a timed exclusive, so Xbox is going to have it for a year before everybody else.
Nah. Yeah, okay, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
All right.
Laura's not hot anymore, anyways. But anyways,
what?
I don't think so. But that's for a different topic. Is Lara Croft still hot?
Is.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about the Xbox One and where we see it being viable, I guess. And where do we see its future? Because although the PS4 is still outselling the Xbox One almost 2-1, the Xbox One at this point in its lifespan is outselling where the 360 was at this point in its lifespan.
What did they do to her?
3 years.
What did they do to Lara?
What are you looking?
She doesn't look the same.
Yeah, I know. Almost, but anyway, no. Listen, Ethan, bring it back, buddy. Reel it in. Reel her in. Almost 2 years after the launch of the Xbox One and almost 2 years after the launch of the 360, the Xbox One has sold more units than the 360 did at that time. So it's a successful console. That being said, the PS4 is still outselling it. And I just wanted to talk something that we were actually talking about a bit before we recorded, which is why is that? Why is it that the Xbox One is still selling so low compared to the PS4? Considering the fact that they do have more games coming out. And the fact that, you know, now they've introduced backwards compatibility. They have a lot more bundles. It's been cheaper for the last, freaking 6 months now. PS4 finally has price matched it.
Xbox One.
Why? Why is the Xbox One selling so low compared to the PS4? And what does it have to do to change? And can it change? Does it have a chance of outselling the PS4 like it did the PS3?
Not anymore.
Discuss.
Not anymore.
Why?
Because it's too late. It's too late in the life cycle right now.
We're only 2 years in. We're only 2 years in.
Maybe.
I think the PS4 would have to fuck up big time.
It could come back. I guess, yeah, the PS4 would really have to drop the ball, you know?
I mean, I think, if it was the point, I was reading something online where it was really the only chance that Xbox has is this rumor that I've been hearing, which we'll see, dude, that, they want to unveil. They're talking to corporate right now because they're trying to unveil free multiplayer on Xbox.
Huh.
That's something that could, sway things. But
yeah,
I mean, for you, where do you think this all started for the Xbox One? This, kind of gap they have in this whole
easily from when they announced it. You know, that was
a good announcement, bro. TV, sports, TV, Call of Duty.
Sorry, I'm blowing my nose right now. 1 second. Okay. So, I don't know, man. They fucked it up. It was just not a good launch, man. Everything they said, didn't they fire the guy who was
Don Matrick he left. So He left, and they brought in Phil Spencer, who I've said many times I love that man. I think he's great. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. But like, yeah, they did really drop the ball on that dude. They just,
I mean, they fucked with fans. Like, I don't know, they just fucked with it.
And the thing is like, I don't think that they're finally starting to bring back that PR that they lost. Right? That public recognition that was like completely tarnished after that. I do think they're bringing it back with Phil Spencer and the games they've been putting out and stuff. That being said, the simple truth is consumers don't pay attention to games media like we do. Like people who are big fans, right? They just don't. They don't check the websites every day and things like that. They hear a couple things and they make a judgment. And I think they heard those couple things about like, oh man, well, the Xbox One, you have to buy a Kinect with it, even though you haven't had to do that for the last year and a half. They just continue that 6 months after. Oh, the Xbox One is a TV box. You can control your TV with it. The Xbox One's resolution and frame rate is a lot lower than the PS4.
Didn't they also say for a while that it had to be connected to like the internet?
Yeah. The Xbox One always has to be online, which has never actually been a thing in it. It was originally going to, but never have.
They fucked themselves when they said it was going to be a thing. When they announced like, oh, is there a system for playing offline? It's called the 360. You know, it was a big like, hey, fuck you to everyone.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's like everyone's like, what the fuck? That's fucked. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like that was just like, you know, mistakes were made, man. And like as soon as they realized that mistake, they were like, oh shit, we gotta stop.
But did they dig themselves a hole? Do you think that they can't return them? Because
no. Well, I wasn't about to say that they can't return from. They can return.
Because that's what I'm trying to say. Is the flip side is, again, they are releasing more exclusives in the PS4 this holiday. Period. And I will be extremely surprised if the PS4 outsells the Xbox this holiday. If the PS4 outsells the Xbox this holiday, despite not having any exclusives, that is for me setting in stone the way this generation is going to look. Because if the PS4 can do that with the Xbox One completely stacked against it, like 100%, then there's no, I don't see any way that you can make an argument that the Xbox One can outdo the PS4. That being said, I will also say their reviews for their apps have not been out of this world. Now, granted, the PS4 hasn't either, but I think the Xbox needs them to be out of this world, right? So let's just look at the ones that came out. Forza 6 got okay reviews. This is like, oh, it's another Forza. Like that's what I heard. I don't play Forza, so I'm not gonna say too much about it, but I don't really play.
Wait, Ed, just answer me this, man. Are there cars in it?
Nah, they fucked themselves up, man, because they took out the cars. All right, they took out the cars. Why did they make it a helicopter racer?
Yeah,
they really shot themselves in the foot on that one. Titanfall. You know, they took out the Titans, you know?
Where the fuck are the Titans, man?
Where are the Titans? No, but Titanfall had good reviews, but the always online thing really shot it. Gears of War Ultimate Edition was actually got very good reviews, but you're not going to sell a system off a remaster. And here's the big one, dude. Halo 5. Halo 5's review reception, though good, has not been out of this world. It's got a lower Metacritic score than Halo 4. Halo 4.
Okay.
And the hardcore fan base, like myself, is very, very disappointed with a lot of aspects about the game, especially the campaign. And that in itself is not bad. They're floating around 80s with their reviews, which is good reviews. But if you're trying to outsell your competitor, you need to be making damn good games. You need to be like kicking ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to be making those Uncharted, which is the reason that the PS3 ended up selling so much. And those Last of Us and God of War, you know, that PS3 had that really brought it up, because I think that's what happened with PS3. Was the PS3 was getting ridiculously outsold. There was news articles that you can still find if you do like, you know, backlog searching things. Yeah. That in like 2007, 2008 saying Sony is dead. Like that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the mistakes they made with the PS3, pricing it the way they did and etc. And the cell processor. But then they ended up coming back with kick-ass hardware. I mean software, I should say. Sorry. Kick-ass software. Really, really good games. Good services like PS Plus, things like that. And I don't see Xbox doing that. I do see them doing certain things, man. They did take out Kinect. They are really being receptive to fan criticism. They are. They're changing a lot of what fans say. They added backwards compatibility, which is huge. That's what's made me pushed to want to try to get one. The only reason, like I said, I didn't over my birthday was I ended up spending too much money on Katie's PlayStation. So I didn't get my own one. And they are being receptive with that, but like, dude, yes, they have more exclusives, but are those exclusives kicking ass? No, they're just not. And with 2016 coming around, dude, PlayStation 4 has The Last Guardian. They have Uncharted 4. God, what else do they have? Shenmue 3. You know what I'm saying?
Is Shenmue? Would Shenmue be exclusively?
Yes, it's exclusive to the PS4. Console exclusive. I'm sorry, console exclusive to the PS4. This is also going to be on the PC. Street Fighter 5 console exclusive. And I don't know, man. I think I love Xbox, and I think it's a good. I think the Xbox One is now finally a good system, and I think that
I mean, like, honestly, like they're like
it's getting unfairly judged.
You know, it's just
that, it is, and again, I want to reiterate: the Xbox One is not a failure; it's a success. The Xbox One is a success. It's outselling where the 360 was. It sold 1 million units on its first day, or something like that.
Yeah,
it's a success. That being said, it's not a PS4 in terms of the numbers. It's just not, man. And despite the fact that PS4 has really been dropping the ball lately with like fan reception, they have not letting you change your PSN name. The last 3.0 update was kind of stupid, like communities and stuff. Yeah, that's neat, but you're not answering the requests that a lot of fans have about like cleaning up your library. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Whereas Xbox is being receptive. They have changed the dashboard. They have added backwards compatibility, which, by the way, was impossible on that system. Like, it was, but they worked night and day to fix that because they were like, we need to respond to fans. And they're still getting outsold. And they have a lot of exclusives and they're still getting outsold. And it's just, to me, a testament of how much first impressions matter.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that's, I think what. So, everybody watching, I really do think that the Xbox One.
Everyone watching, really go out there, buy an Xbox One.
Buy it. What's your problem?
Tell me what you think about it.
Hey.
And leave it in the comments.
Hey, what is your problem? Why have you bought an Xbox One? Why are you being a dick? Phil Spencer didn't do anything to you. He's just trying to help you. And they won't buy them, Ethan. They won't buy them. They're not buying Xbox Ones. What gives?
Yeah.
What gives?
So
what gives?
I want everyone to go out there and buy an Xbox One.
Buy an Xbox One. Subscribe to Player 2 Gaming. Tell Phil Spencer about Player 2 Gaming.
Yes. Shouts out to Phil Spencer. Shouts out to Anthony Fantano. Shouts out to H3H3. Tell
him Eddie sent you. Tell him Uncle Ed sent you.
Tell him Eddie sent you.
Tell Phil, hey, Eddie and Ethan, they told me this Xbox One thing's cool, even though they don't own one themselves. We want to buy one. We're sorry we judged you.
Go into a GameStop. Tell them Uncle Ed sent you, and I guarantee they will tell you to leave the store.
Who is Uncle Ed? They're gonna say who is Uncle Ed.
Leave the store right now. Get the fuck out.
All right. I think that does it.
All right, sounds good.
That was episode 4 of Player 2 Gaming. 4? Was that 4? Yeah, it was 4.
I don't know. I don't watch our channel.
That was episode 4 of Player 2 Talk. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, all that jazz. Tell all your friends about us. Again, keep it locked next week for all the Fallout 4 goodness. Jordan and myself are going to be giving a first impressions video the day that the game comes out, and I'll be streaming it the night that it comes out. Ethan, I'm going to be posting a Halloween video, I promise. We and Ethan recorded a little spooky vid for y'all.
Yep. Shouts out to Chili Lime Popcorn also. This shit's awesome.
Yeah, and Chips Ahoy. This episode of Player 2 Talk has been brought to you by Chips Ahoy, Chili Lime, and Loot Crate.
And Loot Crate. Pick up Loot Crate. All right.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
All right.
See you later.
See ya.